Hi, my name is Shakespeare Nill, and this will be the sign between Oliver and Charles. Enjoy. What? You wrestle tomorrow before the new Duke, huh?
Marry do I, sir. I came to acquaint you with the matter. I'm given, sir, secretly to understand that your younger brother Orlando hath a disposition to come in disguised against me to try a fall. Tomorrow, sir, I wrestle for my credit, and he that escapes me without some broken limb shall acquaint him well. Your brother is but young and tender, and for your love I would be loath to foil him, as I must, for my own honor, if he come in. Therefore, out of my love to you, I came hither to acquaint you with all, that either you might stay him for his intendment, or broke such disgrace we as shall run into, that is a thing of his own search, and altogether against my will.
Charles, I thank thee for thy love to me, which thou shalt find I will most kindly requite. I had myself notice of my brother's purpose herein, and have by underhand means labored to dissuade him from it. No, but he is resolute. I'll tell thee, Charles, it is the most stubbornest young fellow of France, full of ambition, an envious emulator of every man's good parts, a secret and villainous contriver against me, his natural brother. Therefore, use thy discretion. I had as lief thou didst break his neck as his finger, and thou wert best look to it. For if thou show him any slight disgrace, or if he do not mightily grace himself on thee, he will practice against thee by poison, entrap thee by some treacherous device, and never leave thee till he have ta'en thy life, by some indirect means or other. For I assure thee, and almost with tears I say it, there is not one so young and so villainous this day living. I speak but brotherly of him. But should I anatomize him to thee as he is, I must blush and weep, and thou must look pale and wonder.
I am heartily glad I came hither to you. If he come tomorrow, I'll give him his payment. If ever he go alone again, I'll never wrestle for prize more, and so God keep your worship.
Farewell, good Charles. Now will I stir this gamester. I hope I shall see an end of him, for my soul, yet I know not why, hates nothing more than he. Yet he's gentle, never schooled, yet learned, a fool of noble device, of all sorts enchantedly beloved, and indeed, so much in the heart of the world, and especially my own people, who know him best, that I am altogether misprized. But it shall not be so long. This wrestler shall clear all. Nothing remains but that I kindle the boy thither, which now will go about. Thank you. Hi, my name is Shakespeare Nill, and this will be the Oliver side between Rosalind and Celia. Enjoy. Tomorrow! Oh, fair ones, pray you, if you know where in the purlieus of this forest stands a sheepcote fenced about with olive trees.
West of this place, down in a neighbor bottom, the rank of osiers in the more murmuring stream left on your right hand brings you to the place. But at this hour the house doth keep itself, there's none within.
If that an eye may profit by a tongue, then should I know you by description. Such garments and such years. The boy is fair, of female favor, and bestows himself like a ripe sister. The woman low, and browner than her brother. Are you not the owners of the house that I did inquire for?
It is no boast being asked to say we are.
Orlando doth commend to you both, and to that youth he calls his Rosalind, he sends this bloody napkin. Are you he?
I am. What must we understand by this?
Some of my shame. If you will know of me, of what man I am, and how, and why, and where this handkerchief was stained.
I pray you tell it.
When last Orlando left you, he promised to return again within an hour. and pacing through the forest, chewing the food of sweet and bitter fancy. Lo, what befell? He threw his eye aside, and mark, what object did present itself? Under an old oak, with boughs mossed with age, and a high-top bald with dry antiquity. A wretched, ragged man, o'ergrown with hair, lay sleeping. About his neck, a green and gilded snake wreathed itself, who, with her head nimble in threats, approached the opening of his mouth. But suddenly, seeing Orlando, interlinked itself and slipped away under a bush, under which bush's shade a lioness, with udders all drawn dry, lay couching, head on ground, with cat-like watch, when the sleeping man should stir. For 'tis the royal disposition of that beast to prey on nothing that doth seem as dead. This seen, Orlando did approach the man, and found it was his brother, his elder brother.
Oh, I've heard him speak of the same brother, and he did render him with most unnatural that lived amongst men.
And well he might so do, for well I know he is unnatural.
But to Orlando, did he leave him there? Food to be sucked by the hungry lioness?
Twice did he turn his back and purpose so. But kindness, nobler ever than revenge, and nature stronger than his just occasion, made him give battle to the lioness, who quickly fell before him, in which, hurtling from miserable slumber, I await.
Are you his brother? What you have rescued? Wasn't you that did so oft contrive to kill him?
'Twas I, but 'tis not I. I do not shame to tell you what I was, since my conversion so sweetly tastes, being the thing I am.
But for the bloody napkin.
By and by, from the first to last, betwixt us two, tears our countenance had most kindly bathed, as how I came into that desert place. In brief, he led me to the gentle Duke, who gave me fresh array and entertainment, committing me unto my brother's love, who led me instantly unto his cave, there stripped himself, and here, upon his arm, the lioness had torn some flesh away, which all the while had bled. And now he fainted, and cried in fainting upon Rosalind. Brief, I recovered him, bound up his wound, and after a small space, being strong at heart, he sent me hither, stranger as I am, to tell this story, that you might excuse his broken promise, and to give this napkin, dyed in his blood, unto the shepherd youth that he in sport doth call his Rosalind. Thank you. Hi, my name is Sean Patrick Nill, and this will be a side between Silvius and Corin. Enjoy. Oh.
That is the way to make her scorn you still.
Oh, Corin! That thou knowest how I do love her.
I partly guess, for I have loved her to now.
No, Corin. Being old, thou canst not guess. Though in thy youth, thou wast as true a lover as ever sighed upon a midnight pillow. But if thy love were ever like to mine, as sure I think did never man love so. How many actions, most ridiculous, hast thou drawn to by thy fantasy?
Into 1,000 that I have forgotten.
Oh! Thou didst then never love so heartily. If thou rememberest not the slightest folly that ever love did make thee run into, thou hast not loved. Or, if thou hast not sat, as I do now, wearing thy hearer in thy mistress's praise, thou hast not loved. Or, if thou hast not broke from company abruptly, as my passion now makes me, thou hast not loved. Phoebe! Phoebe!